station is a little less appealing if it comes with old underground storage tanks and possibly contaminated soil. Ken Bastida shows us how this hot Bay Area housing market can still turn a mess into a fortune.
At 20th and Valencia, another condo project is rising from the dirt. One more example of a real estate market that defies description.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Overbids on everything and less inventory.
Only this particular site tells a story that actually started back in 1998, when a gallon of regular unleaded cost you less than $1.50. And that's when federal law required gasoline stations to replace old underground storage tanks with modern corrosion-resistant models. A move that put a lot of mom-and-pop stations out of business.
And the oil companies, they can absorb it, you know, and where we can't. We're just little peons out here.
From there, a mix of economics and environmental laws turned many San Francisco gas stations into deserted eyesores. Just look at the mess sitting right across the street from an operating gas station on South Van Ness. The cost and bureaucracy involved with cleaning up these sites kept developers away for years, even decades. But now, all that has changed.
With the uptick of the market and more development going on and the ease of getting things through the city, more people are picking up gas stations or other sites that have long been underutilized or abandoned.
Realtor Tim Brown is turning a handful of old gas stations into condo developments. He says this is about more than just a hot market, and he points to a city that is determined to grow.
In several areas of South of Market and the Mission have been upzoned so that the density is higher and people can build more than they could have maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
That added reward for developers as the city scrambling to sign off on cleanup jobs, like the one you see at Valencia and 23rd.
We require that site be cleaned up to residential standards.
The city is even working overtime to keep up with demand.
Cases that I've been working on maybe 3 to 5 years ago, nothing happened on them. Suddenly, they're being revived.
So if your neighborhood has an abandoned gas station that seems like it's been there forever, don't be surprised if it suddenly goes from eyesore to science project to construction site, and ultimately ends up looking something like this.
More and more gas stations will be eliminated, more and more warehouses. It's not just the gas stations, it's any industrial use that they're underutilized site.
In San Francisco, Ken Bastida, KPIX 5.
While the city has streamlined the process of cleaning up something like an old gas station, it's still a rigorous job. Every square foot of soil has to be inventoried, tested for contamination, and disposed of off-site. Well, a fairly strong earthquake today in an area